Hello, Tarnished. Once again, we are here for some whiskey related news. Darren's being weird and sitting out of the camera. Yeah, there we are. That's fine.
Yeah.
I summoned a cooperator. It's fine.
Oh
we hope
man.
you're all doing well.
Wait, if I can get my editing skills up, we can get you to go.
And I can summon you like
and
an
I
Elden
appear.
Ring or something like that.
Yeah.
Great.
We'll work on that in the next video, right? Anyway.
Things jarnished. Yes, we're here for another little video about something new we have in the bar. This time it is the Glenallachie 10-year-old Cask Strength. Look at the smug look on Darren's face.
So tasty.
Yeah, no, it's very nice. Look at the color on that. I mean, it's incredible. And because it's Glenallachie, it's our wonderful friend Billy Walker. So we know for a fact that color is completely natural, which makes me
He is a cask master.
A little warm inside.
It just everything. You know, we have some of the old Glendronach that was him.
We have a 21 Billy Walker Glendronach.
And you've tried a few, and we've got a lot of these new Glen.
I went on a little tour.
Ones.
I went on a little tasting, Billy Walker tasting that I was very lucky.
Yeah. Sounds like you licked
I tasted a bunch of distilleries that he has worked at.
Again? You tasted a lot of
it was nice. It was
from
my
the
birthday.
distilleries.
Me and Bianca did it. It was very nice, and I'm not going to lie, it's made me a little bit of a Billy Walker fanboy.
Billy.
Yeah, so but he knows what he's doing with casks and things like that.
I hope one day he watches.
If you ever liked a Glendronach, you like Billy Walker as well, because Glendronach made their name with their wonderful casking and cask finishes while he was the big cheese there.
I made like the joke of he's a cask master, but he is.
Cask master.
Yeah, cask
master. No. That doesn't continue.
But anyway.
But yeah, so we can expect some lovely, big, rich, fruity, sherried, punch in the face kind of notes from this bad boy.
I mean, this is batch 7. Batch 4 of this.
Also, Glenallachie is the cleanest distillery I have ever been to. It's cleaner than my flat.
That's
like
a low bar.
No, but I mean it looks like it was unpacked. It looks like it was unpacked and made yesterday. Like it's absolutely beautiful and it's spotless. Like it's a really really nice distillery to go to. They're very friendly. It's a very nice tour. And as I say, you could eat your dinner off the floor and
I have a map of distilleries. Like scratch off once you visit, and it's gonna go up here when I get a chance, and there's only one scratched off at the moment, and I swear to God, if I can't scratch off like 3 more this year, I'll be really pissed.
You can see that we look like we're doing a comic book sort of blog here with all this stuff.
This is my house decoration, my old flat.
I'm gonna fill it up with whiskey.
And because oh,
look at that over there.
I've got my nice whiskies up there, and my drinking whiskies over there. I'm organised.
It's become very clear that Darren's moved into a new flat, and his missus has relegated him to the loft with all of his stuff. It's all really nice downstairs. There's like a candle burning in the bathroom. And it's all very clean and nice.
I would say,
but then up here is
the
just
living
like
room candle.
Up here is just like ceramic dicks and superheroes.
It's technically a banky. Go grab my
the
dick.
wanky banky.
Go grab my dick.
The wanky banky. There you go. There you go. So this is what it's like up in Darren's house. We'll get
brain. This is what's up in Darren's brain.
We're just gonna get a Facebook ban for that. So yeah, this is our new digs. Trashed in the attic.
I'm not gonna move those because I'm really like between that unit and that unit, they are actually wedged.
I feel bad, right? I feel bad that I'm drinking Superman behind me.
Who do you want behind
you? It would be more appropriate if I drank with Iron Man behind me.
Okay, we can do that, Pete.
He's an alcoholic and an idiot.
Okay, right. So we jam this over though, because they are pretty technical.
That's fine.
There you go.
I would like to. I feel that's more appropriate.
Okay, that's
having Tony Stark behind me while I'm drinking a copious amount of alcohol and acting like a fool.
What was oddly has worked out that he is properly right in the middle.
He's right there. Yeah. He's like, yeah, Iron Dram. There we go. Right, cool.
I don't think Pat would approve.
This is.
And Batman might be all right with it.
This is.
Oh, sorry. We're back to
this. Okay. Blow your socks off.
This is the only one. Sorry.
Wow.
So the new one, in this latest sort of filming thing we've done, you see the previous stint, the good word, thank you. This is the only one that we opened brand new today.
Because I was like, open it, I want to try it now. Open it, and I want to try it now.
The willpower of a gnat and just opened it because I was trying it off. I mean, I took one look at it. How could you not want to open that and drink it?
I think, and I don't want to be discouraging to the other whiskies that we've tried and all these other kind of new things that are coming out, but man, that's got some quite behind it. It really, really does.
This
10 years
knocks you off your feet.
It's so intense. The complexity of flavor is incredible.
And as we said in the last video, cask matters. We had, we had
so
that
much.
one, and we felt like the spirit was there, and it was a good spirit, but the casking was
really
wrong.
dark.
This is what you can do with the perfect casking.
This is what I was saying. I often say things are light, and it's a rather all-encompassing term for many things. I mean, this is dark. This is
heavy,
dark and rich and heavy, and I could probably, like when you're getting that last bit of tam sauce out the bottle and you've got to scrape it with a knife. This is kind of and it's thick, viscous. It's
and who doesn't love the word viscous? It is very spirity,
but and which is a lovely balancing act, because you'd think that with all that cask and all that time, that it would be heavy and not as kind of bright as some of these.
I was going to say fluid, but it's not the word I'm looking for. It's like,
but it's still got a real big bite to it, and absolutely wonderful.
So this, as I was saying at the start,
it's almost balsamic-y.
This is batch 7. Batch 4 of this series won World's Best Single Malt at the World Whisky Awards 2021. So I know these award things are a bit wacky stuff, but it gives you some idea, and it just shows you this series is being looked at. It is seriously.
When in some of the previous shows we've done, we're talking about things that are like whiskies for beginners, whiskies who are for people who don't like whiskey and they don't have they're very sort of subtle and gentler flavors.
Yeah.
This is
don't have this.
Absolutely just intense supernova flavor of like kind of sherry. There's a big rich sort of acidically kind of sweet, like a balsamic kind of dressing almost. Balsamic. It's really and
I would put this on salad as well.
And you could I think this whiskey I could drink it like this, straight up cask strength.
I will say
I could add a drop of water to it and it would be a completely different animal. I could add half a gallon of water of it and it would be a completely different animal.
I will say, looking at it coming down the glasses, it does look a little oily, but only with the legs.
Sherry.
I think see when you do that, it doesn't look very oily, but you look at the legs and nothing drops.
But that's a full 10-year maturation as opposed to like a vatting of 8 and 4 or 8 and 7 or 8 and.
So this is a combination of casks. This is PX Pedro Jimenez Sherry Cask, Oloroso Sherry Puncheons.
Oh, and Puncheon's got a bigger bulge.
They should call it the Drams.
Oh, I not you, so the one that was in earlier on.
Hey, look, he was interested. He was interested. Bar Life is funny. And it also has a small quantity of virgin oak and Rioja cask.
Wow.
Now, I think the Rioja cask is a really interesting, because I think that shows what he knows about whiskey. That let's add in Rioja cask. Let's add in that little bit of flavour that no one else is really going to pay attention to, but he knows it's there, and it adds to everything in it.
Incredible.
I think that little touch of these 2 extra little finishes, extra cask in there, I think that really adds.
It's those things, like I drink it and I have to go and like take this big, and you get this cold inrush, when you breathe in afterwards, because it's so.
I will say the nose is
intense.
My nose is rough a little bit, like with the booze of it, and it's like my mouth is watering with that. That's a proper.
It's dry.
All
that sherry.
It makes your mouth
sucks all the moisture out of your mouth immediately. It's really intensely a little sweet.
But it's a dark chocolate kind of flavor to it, and I think
cacao.
And it's weird for me because I don't like
there's
dark
a little
chocolate.
bitterness in there.
It's so well balanced. Again, though, this is a really well balanced one where I don't like dark chocolate, but it's balanced with that sort of honey, raisin, cinnamon.
Is what it is.
Like,
that is an uppercut of flavour right there.
Yes, and as I said, I think it's so well balanced because you get that dark chocolate, but you also get the really light flavors, and it balances it out really
gorgeous.
And it's raisins, cinnamon, plums, orange zest. I don't get all that.
Oh, and you know what? I would, and I'm the one to be like, that's rubbish, but I would agree with almost every single thing.
I don't get the orange.
But you don't get the orange, but because...
Maybe that's that zesty acidity
but I also feel this type of whiskey, these flavours aren't obvious.
No.
You're supposed to sit
complex
and they unravel like layers of an onion as they unravel and as these things become...
Settle the fuck down.
But they're like layers.
I'm not being your donkey. I want to make this very clear. I am not your donkey.
And as it progresses, as it that alcohol evaporates, as it sort of matures with time in the glass, I think you're getting a lot more of those flavors, and they reveal themselves a little bit more. It's a big mash of complexity to begin with, but as you sit and as time goes by and you try these things over time, I think they reveal themselves, and the delivery of that flavor is very, very impressive.
I will say, like you said at the start, this is not one for maybe newer beginners, but people shouldn't be scared of it. People should use this, I think, as a discover your taste buds kind of thing, of like expect all these flavors.
Trying to try Ribena without diluting it.
I think it'd be like, you don't want to scare people off of it, and I think it's one where you can go into it and understand the complexity and work through the flavors on your own. And don't be like, I'm not going to appreciate this. It's one you have to try and think through and go again and relax.
It's a nice expression as well.
Keep it there.
When we've done Japanese whiskies and we've spoken about them, we've drank Japanese whiskies in the past, I tend to say that they are clinical and they are precise, and every flavor is kind of stacked on you, and they're there for you to see. This is a big one, and it's a big melting pot of flavors, and as that whiskey develops in the glass and as you're drinking it, you're able to pick out these individual notes. And but it's a I'm going to sound like but it's a bit of a journey, this one. Like, you got to sit there with it.
Oh no, I actually
go through it as it develops, as opposed to...
We're definitely people who will, let's be honest, kind of shit on people who on styles of descriptions where you're like, it's all very romanticized and all over the top and stuff. I don't think there's much over the top about this.
No, it's very...
I think you can be quite, this is a journey, and it's not...
It is a journey.
Really
like, you're going to sit there
over the top.
And that first...
It's a little over the top.
That first taste you have of this is going to be very different to that final taste you have of this when you're you know what I mean, and I like that. That's what I want in whiskey.
This is incredible.
I couldn't sit if I was out with my mates and they're having pints and I couldn't have one of them, because I'd be sitting going, dudes, this is, and they'd be like, shut up, what are you doing? And then,
I also don't think this is one to sit and drink at home. Like,
oh no,
this is one. No. I mean, I mean in comparison to
one the heater. One of them.
Yeah, but
we go to bed. Oh,
I know. But I mean, like, it sounds bad, but a session beer, a session whiskey, like.
No, a couple of them in your time.
Well, I mean, a couple. Like, you don't need more than 2 or 3 of these, and you're satisfied.
It's also very heavy. It's a heavy nighttime, bedtime pudding dram for me.
In the previous video, we spoke about, although we maybe missed out on a lot of those flavors in that last whiskey, added a bit of water, much improved. Still think it was a bit lacking in maybe some areas, but you could sit and drink that bottle. You couldn't stand afterwards.
And also, in a strange way, I think adding a wee drop of that water, so that last one was very, very mild, very, very light, and a wee drop of water brought out a lot more of those flavors and those aromas, and it made it a little more complex.
But it was a bottle you could sit and go through.
This is incredibly complex, and I feel a couple of drops of water would loosen that out a little bit, and you might be able to put your finger on the things that you're trying. And so they do. Water does the opposite thing to those drams. You know what I mean? That one made it a little more able to because it was so gentle. It opened up some of those flavors a little to let you do it.
Like this one, you can detect the flavors and work
very intense. Yeah. And what you're doing is diluting that to allow those aromas and flavors to come out.
Yeah. Whereas the other one, you were opening it up to get those
little
flavors.
bit. Yeah. This is, but it's. I'll say this. Absolutely try that because it's gorgeous.
Oh
yeah, 100%.
It is probably my favorite one from today's stint of filming. We only got it in today when we filmed it. We were very lucky actually. There was the last few videos. Oh no, I was just trying to think. But the last few videos we got 4 whiskeys in today, and they were a really nice offer from our suppliers. They said to us, because we've been good customers to them, they were like, "Oh, we'll give you this chance to get these limited bottlings."
It's Royal Mile whiskies. Buy some booze from Royal Mile whiskies. They're very good.
Buy it through us and we can get a cut. But they emailed us and got, like, we've got these 4 really limited bottlings. Would you like them? And I just went, yes. We would like one of each.
Yeah, so chances are
I didn't say more than one.
Chances are we're not going to have any more of this coming in the foreseeable future. So
this is what I'm going to ask about. I'm certainly going to message them being like,
absolutely try it. If you're like a sherry monster at cask strength, I would absolutely recommend.
Part of me's sad this isn't part of a tasting to let more people try it, but also I'm hoping no one watches this video very much, and we'll get to try it ourselves.
Depends how much you charge for it.
It's probably going to be about £7.
That sounds wonderful.
I know. It's depressing.
Anyway, I would absolutely recommend coming and trying that. It's good. If you are a seasoned whiskey drinker and you like mulling over something and thinking about it and going over the flavor profiles, this is exactly the thing for you.
I'll also say we might do another video on another day if we get this film, but we have 2 other Glenallachies that are not long in, and they're part of their Virgin Oak series, and it's Chinquapin. I think Andy pronounced it.
I'll take your word for it.
No, well, we have
there's a Virgin Oak and an American Oak one.
French Oak. They're both Virgin Oak.
Yeah, but there's French Oak and an American Virgin Oak caskings, and they're very good.
And that series, again, it comes down to the expertise of the casking. What I was saying series.
You said it right.
I've said it right all day. I've been concentrating very hard.
You said it right.
I've said it 4 times today, correct? We'll look it back. There'll be a count.
It's the first time you said it right. Anyway,
but those, I just want to say those show off the differences in casting, and those are like 10-year-old. They're both matured in bourbon, and then at a point they're split and put in different Virgin Oak casks. One is a Chinquapin, which we did check with a guy who works in forestry. He's a professor at the university. He knows about wood.
He could also just tell us anything and we'd like agree.
Yeah, I do trust him.
He was 4 pints in, so
I trust how his put. He was 3 in at that point. After that, who knows? But that's how he said to say it, and the differences in taste is totally night and day, and it's really interesting. So
what you're saying is there may be a Glenallachie tasting coming up in the near future.
Oh man, honestly,
I'd be really glad of
that. It would be something we should definitely look at, because the caskings they're doing, caskings coming from your hero, Billy Walker. They're fantastic, and
they do a whiskey cask rum. They do a rum cask whiskey. Yeah. What more could you ask for?
They're just so interesting.
And he's at the forefront of what we can do with whiskey casking.
Yeah.
And, he's just a guy I quite like.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I've never met him.
Yeah,
but like I've followed him around drinking his whiskey.
At a distance, you don't need a restraining order.
Not even at a distance.
In his hedges.
I was at Glenallachie in the window at his little lab, and it's just all bottles of whiskey. You know, it's wonderful.
No, I think this really shows Glenallachie right now. The last 3 bottlings I've tried, maybe 4.
Oh, and it's all lovely.
But certainly the recent ones and stuff are ones that just show, because they've only had since 2017. It's not
the new Glendronach.
It is a new Glendronach, yeah, but I never tried the old Glendronach, so stuff I need to judge too much. I tried the Parliament,
the new old Glendronach.
Yeah, the new old Glendronach. I just think everything I've tried of theirs recently,
It's interesting.
Yeah, it not only tastes good, it interests me, and I think that is a big thing. It's not flashy advertisements. It's not we're all virgins. It's not
we're organic.
We're
organic.
We're all
this or that. It's like
it's all in the whiskey and in the cask, and it's all about the product.
That is
every single label's the fucking same.
I completely agree with
There is no, like, if you look at all these bottles, you have to actually go up to them and alright, yeah, the colours are laid out differently.
I completely agree with that. No,
but it's all about the product.
It's about the spirit and less about the marketing.
Yeah, and quite frankly, it makes us talk more about it because the quality of the product, the quality of the spirit is so good that you don't need the marketing for it. It does it for itself. And I think
people who are if you go into Speyside, the people who live in and around Speyside obviously are well into the whiskey and the whiskey industry and all these things, and you'll never hear any of them recommend you a Macallan.
No.
But you'll hear a lot of them talk about distilleries to build walkers with that and stuff like that. So it's certainly something to try, and I would 100% recommend coming and try.
I don't. Don't. It's shit.
No,
don't come in.
Come in and
don't
try
come
it.
in.
Come in and
don't
try
drink it. It's
and
mine.
Come in and
you
try
can't
it.
have any.
Come in and try
You're
it.
not allowed any. Thank you very much.
Take care, guys. All the best.
It's mine. You're not allowed it. No.
It's gone.
No, none
it's
for
gone.
you.